I got a question for all of you. Have you ever had one of these? It's an atomic fireball. This little red thing, this little red piece of candy, you pop it in your mouth. If you've never had one, I encourage you to go try it. But you pop it in your mouth, and at first it's like, okay, this tastes kind of sweet. I kind of like this. I don't, I'm not kind of seeing it. But give yourself about 5 minutes, and you're all of a sudden your mouth is on fire, and like, holy smokes, that is a memorable experience that I will never forget. Now, I'm going to segue here. I'm going to go back to my Army career because I've had a lot of experiences. And one of those, so the Army wants us leaders to go on what they call broadening assignments. They assign us someplace that may be outside of my scope as an infantryman at that time. And so they sent me to Washington, D.C. And I was a legislative liaison to the United States Senate. Now, that's a big term to say that I dressed up in a suit every day and I walked the halls of Congress. And I watched how the legislative process worked, and I thought it was absolutely fascinating to be there. But part of my job was to go and meet and get to understand different members' offices. So you go to a senator's office, you'd understand their staff, you'd meet their staff, and there's usually about 3 layers of staff. You got the front desk layer. They're the folks that are answering the phones. They're the folks that you initially meet. Then you got the back office staff, which are the folks that are grinding in back. And then finally, the third layer is you actually get to the senator's office, into the senator's office where you meet him. Very rarely did you get to that third point. But as I walked around and built these relationships, I carried a handful of these in my pocket, these atomic fireballs. And when I'd walk into an office, I'd give all those front desk folks a fireball. I'd say, get fired up. They'd be, the first time it's like, oh, who is this guy? So get fired up. Here's my card. Appreciate you guys for what you're doing. And I'd take off. That's all I do, just to touch base. Now, you got to understand, these folks are the guys that are in the grind. They're the ones that every day they get the call from all the haters, all the people that very rarely do they get a call where Aunt Susie's calling in going, hey, I just really love what you're doing. You're doing a great thing. No, it's hey, I hate what you're doing. I don't like it, what you're doing. And I'm just going to beat up on you. That's these guys, that's what they get hit every day with. I came in with the fireball and said, hey, get fired up. Stay motivated. It's awesome. God forbid I showed up at their office without a pack of without a pocket full of fireballs. I would get chastised really bad. I'd actually go back to my office, get some fireballs, and bring them back. I share all this because I want to ask you a couple questions. Number one, how are you showing up for your clients each and every day? Are you showing up with agents or with energy? Are you that person that they're not going to forget? Are you doing something special? Are you bringing them something unique that says, hey, here's a fireball, get fired up, so that when that time comes for them to buy or sell, they remember you. They know who you are. I would encourage you to be that person. Find that energy. If you're like, I just don't have any energy today, go get yourself a fireball. Just pop one in your mouth. You will get fired up. Folks, how are you showing up each and every day for your clients? How are you showing up prospecting? If you're just flat, go get yourself a fireball and get yourself fired up. Hey, have an atomic fireball weekend. God bless. Take care.